All right, so recruiting, Pete. I want to talk about recruiting. Big recruiting weekend. I know you got some juice. You can check it out on the work Discord, which you put out for members. So focusing first, it's a big weekend for 26 recruits, meaning this next recruiting class, and 27, which is next year's class, this year's juniors. A lot of guys on campus. I want to go through some of their film, talk about some of them, Pete, and get your thoughts, just instant react, particularly some of the 27 running backs. We got some big time 2027 running backs on campus here for the Syracuse game. But starting with the guys that are for this year, in terms of players that, these aren't even guys that are visiting necessarily this weekend, but guys that I think we should be focusing on because of where their recruitment processes are at. D'Anthony Lafayette, LSU decommitment from Orlando. You saw his highlights. We put a post on the other day. He's playing tailback, super athletic, super productive pass rusher, short. He's like 6'1". He really is a running back playing. He's like a big running back playing defensive end, but he's as athletic as a running back and extremely productive. The reason why the big schools are after him. I think Miami is surging there. They got a great chance to get D'Anthony Lafayette done. Blake Stewart, Georgia's in the mix now. We know Vanderbilt's been trying to get in there. This is a former Clemson commit. Been Miami's top target at safety, or one of Miami's top targets at safety. I think probably the top target at safety for a long, long time. Miami's pushing. I know Georgia's getting in there. Don't sleep on Miami's ability to get that one done just because Georgia's involved. I'm still feeling pretty good about Miami's chances there.
Working against mom there, but
working. It's a process. Logan Nagel, defensive lineman from New Jersey. He will be on campus this weekend. Isaac Chukwura, Penn State decommit.
Big fan of his.
From Delaware. Believes Philadelphia area, goes to like a prep school in Delaware. Very athletic defensive tackle. You know, Penn State gets those guys ready for the draft, as does Pittsburgh with Logan Nagel. So those are two schools you kind of want to recruit against. Both those guys on campus. I know you like both those guys.
Yeah, shout out to the people in the defensive line department. I think doing a really good job with some of these later evals. I think Frederick Saintis was one that obviously happened a month plus ago. But Isaac Chukwura, he's the one I'm looking at, D, that they're very, very intrigued with. And you mentioned this, I think, a couple of days ago on the show. I don't know that I was on the show with you, but he's someone that, regardless of who commits, right, we talk about, is this a replacement? This is someone they want, regardless of who's in that class. And we have to respect what James Franklin has done in terms of the evaluations on the defensive line. And I feel very good about that one. I've been talking about him a lot on the Discord the last 3 weeks or so since Miami offered. A lot of fans in the building of him.
And I'd throw Logan Nagel in the mix, like a Matt Walters comparison, not just because he's a tall white guy. He's just that defensive end, defensive tackle, lean body type, kind of upright but quick. I like Logan Nagel. I think both those guys, Pete, would be takes, as would Lafayette. These are not backup plans to anybody. All the blue chippers that we talk about all the time. These guys are pretty highly recruited guys. I mean, we're not talking about guys we're getting from Austin Peay. But like all the big names, the Nolan Wilsons, Bryce Perrice, all those guys, Drake Quinn, those guys are still very much in the mix, very much priorities. Tank Jones, nothing changes.
I would say Tank Jones is going to be tough, very tough at this point, D. That's just my opinion on it. I think they've definitely lingered in the Bryce Perry Wright thing more than people realize. And they were closer to landing him the first time around than people realize. Now, A&M's not giving him much of a reason right now. It's kind of what's happened with Tank Jones in Oregon. And I think with Tank, Dan Lanning has taken that recruitment, really, really grabbed it by the horns there. And I think he understands what he means to that class for them. But Bryce Perry Wright's an interesting one. Wilson, don't think that one's dead yet, like you just mentioned. I still think they land one of those guys. Me
too. So when you hear names like Chukwura, Logan Nagel, Lafayette, these are not replacements. These are pluses. These are guys that we want on top of the other guys. So just keep that in mind when we talk about some of those names. Vance Spafford, the wide receiver from Orange County, top 100 player, Miami commitment, 4.35 speed. You want that speed on this year's team. Need some guys that can get downfield. Vance Spafford can do that. He's been injured this season. Nothing that's going to impact his Miami career, but he's out. So haven't been able to get a lot of film on him as a senior. One of those things that happens, but nothing that's, again, going to impact him. Like, it's not like he tore his Achilles or anything like that. He'll be fine for Miami. He's visiting this weekend. Obviously, Miami loves him, and that's why he's visiting this weekend. And Miami's going to try to keep him here. I don't see any doubt that someone's trying to take him or anything like that. But, you want to keep these guys. You got to recruit the guys you have on your team and in your class. And Vance Spafford's one of those guys. He's visiting this weekend. I think that's a good thing. And Miami would love to keep him in the class. Again, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. 4.35 speed would help this receiving core a lot because we do not have anybody. Aside from maybe Malachi Tony, I don't know what he's running these days. He looks faster. That's in that 4.3 range. And Van Spafford, he gives you that raw horsepower on top of being a good route runner, good player. So those are the guys for this class. Now, next year, Pete, I want to get your thoughts on some of these guys. So we got 3 running backs on campus from the class of 2027, 3 blue chip tailbacks. I want to get your thoughts. Starting here with Braden Tyson out of Snellville, Georgia, 4-star player. Let's watch some highlights here. Kind of an upright runner, but man, he when he gets going, nice and easy speed. And look at that size, man. This is a big dude. Oh, let's see if he gets hawked down.
You know they like the big backs.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Got to hawk down a little bit, but I mean, he had enough speed to get done. This is big time football too, by the way. Here you go. You know,
whatever happened to
oh,
that
there
kid,
it is. Look at that. Boom.
You know, I mean, just based off, he looks fine. But you know who I liked earlier in the cycle? Greg Olson's running back. I wonder whatever happened with that kid.
Yeah, he visited, and that didn't happen. I'll see how he's doing as a senior. Nice move here. So Braden Tyson, number 17 running back in the country, 4-star player. You see the size. You saw him play fullback a little bit. This is kind of your bigger back, which we know they like. Here you see him at Wildcat. Watching the highlights, kind of like Lakai Tompkins from IMG, who we were looking at for a while here. This is the Louisville commit. Just that bigger, versatile back. Amari Latimer, another guy for this year's class. Reminds me of that too. Just a big Georgia back who can do some things.
Yeah, obviously, this isn't. I don't think a great sign with Amari Latimer. No,
I don't think this is 27. I don't think it has anything to do with anything. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is 27. So Latimer Miami's putting a lot of work into.
Did not realize.
Yeah. These are all 27 guys. Yes, Pete. So these are all 27 guys.
Man, I don't know, man. I'm getting AJ Dillon vibes with that Boston College looking
nice
uniforms.
Move. These guys got some nice moves. He's definitely a bigger back, not the fastest guy. Now that the more you watch him,
I would love to see some speed, man, at the position. I really think you need some more speed. You have a Pringle. He's not getting the ball, but I want to see. I'm a little tired of the big lumbering backs. They're nice, but you need some diversity.
Well, I think you need diversity. I think I'm not tired of them in terms of we got to have power, right? Power backs are a staple of every team that wins in college football. But I agree. You need some juice. You need to get Gerard Pringle going.
All right, let's see. Hope maybe this one's a little bit more. I can't say that one popped out at me, D. I'm going to be very honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's well, I like the size. Here we go. This is number 1 running back in the country. Come on, Spell out of Pennsylvania, right here. You see him fight here. This is like I said, 5-star player, Penn State decommit, number 1 running back in the country. We probably should have led it with this one.
Yeah, it already looks different with him. I mean,
yeah, I don't know if this guy's
lighter on his feet, man.
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, this is different.
Yeah, he is. There's a reason why this guy's a 5-star. Competition's not as tight either, by the way. I should say that, right? The competition's a little lighter, but yeah, this. Again, we're talking about the number 1 running back in America, 5-star player, Penn State decommit. Getting him on campus this quickly after his decommit is huge. This guy's a strong dude, man. He easily is breaking some of these tackles.
Yeah, I like this one.
Yeah, you like 5-star players.
I didn't even know the difference, but you can see it.
Yeah, number 1 running back in the country, you see how built this guy is. This guy's definitely ready for college
look at him lining up there.
Look at
Alonzo Highsmith style.
Yeah, seriously. It's like, there we go.
I don't want to watch the other one again, D.
There you go.
I want to watch guys like this, man.
That's why they're 5-star players, man. Penn State's doing pretty good with running backs too. They know what they're doing. Look at this. Whoop.
Hassan. Yeah. Oof. Hassan, I love you, my brother. He says Miami needs a back like Adrian Peterson. We need speed with great vision.
Yeah, we do.
I wish, man. I wish. That's a generational talent.
Yeah.
That's the best running back I've ever seen.
I think so. He's the best running back probably I've seen. I didn't see O.J. Simpson or Jim Brown or guys like that, but Adrian Peterson you definitely put in that. But this guy's this is what I love, man. Playing defense. Look at that. Look at the footwork playing defense. Oh, and he catches it with his hands. Look at the high pointing, man. This is an athlete right here. Yeah, this guy's good. This guy is good. Visiting this weekend. 27. They look like McGahee with that stiff arm. 2027. I don't know what how far along we're with any of these guys. I think this is sort of the introductory process, but you have to make a good impression. See if Jordan Lau can make some nice runs or Pringle because you want to see the running game put on a show for these guys because this guy right here is a player. See what else we got in the running back room. Another 4-star player in Elijah Kimball. Watch his film here. This is his sophomore video for Kimball. Elijah Kimball out of Buffalo, New York, number 13 running back in the country. So not a 5-star like Spell, but another blue chip player. You want to talk about speed? Here we go. That's a nice kick return. Let's see if he can beat that angle. Easily. There we go. There's some speed right there. Another 80-yard rushing touchdown. You can already tell he's not as big as some of the guys we just looked at, but the speed. Woo! Yeah, this guy can run.
Yeah.
Buffalo, New York. I know the competition's not that good, but this guy, you could tell he's got some horsepower to him.
Yeah, I know we're talking about 27D, but there's some comments here. Some people say, let me pull this up. Steven Smith says, I'm sure there will be a running back out of South Florida we didn't recruit and went after that these guys that will be much better than these two. I mean, we're a year away.
Like Isaac Brown kind of deal?
Yeah, Isaac Brown. I mean, I think, honestly, you look at the issue with this year's class, man, I think the mistake was, and I just put it in the comments here, the mistake was not taking Jay Lamar when he was essentially ready to commit.
No, but Jay Lamar, he got suspended from his high school team. There's some character stuff there, Pete. Yeah.
I mean, I would still
talent-wise,
I would still have taken him.
Yeah, but I think that was the issue with him.
You're scrambling now for a running back at the end of the class, so I don't know. I still would have taken him, but
I think it depends. You got to get Amari Latimer because Amari Latimer is look. This guy's electric. I'm liking this guy right here, Kimball. This guy's got some serious juice. I know the competition's bad. Look at this nice setting right here in this Buffalo, New York, man. You ever want to live up here in this northern territory?
No, not at all. No.
Wow. This guy.
I almost went to Syracuse. This is the game. I had a full ride to Syracuse. Turned that one down. But
you could have been you would have been working at like NBC or something. Now you're on the CanesInSight.
Now I'm on CanesInSight, man. Maybe I do have regrets. I don't know.
Look at this guy. What I like about this guy Kimball here is not just the speed; it's the speed and quickness. Right. Sometimes you get these track guys that they're just lateral. They're just vertical. This guy's got some lateral quicks too. He just seems like he's got light feet. I don't know how big he is. It's hard to tell here with this film and the fact that it's it's not the best competition, but man, electric. All right. I like what I'm seeing here. Next guy I want to talk about, switching gears to the other side of the ball, Jaden Bryant, 6'4", 240-pound defensive end out of Columbia, South Carolina, number 5 edge. This is basically the same story we've seen. You're recruiting the South. You're trying to get guys that are highly rated, Southern, really anywhere in the country, defensive line recruits, but certainly in the South, you see Drake Quinn, Tank Jones, Bryce Perry-Wright, some guys we're trying to get that are those big blue chip Southern guys. Keyshawn Stansel already committed. But here's what you got, Jaden Bryant, number 5 defensive end in the country. So clearly a high recruit. And I think it's only a 3-game sample, so it's not like the full highlight reel. It's just the first 3 games of this season. So this was back in September. But, I mean, this is all one game, and you already see this guy flying around. Whoop! Nice finish. I think he also plays some offense, I believe. But, yeah, this is all the same game we're watching here against this white and red team.
I wish they zoomed in a little bit more on the camera.
Yeah. Man. This quarterback's having a rough one here. Columbia, South Carolina, obviously the home of South Carolina Gamecocks. Clemson not that far away, but neither of those programs are doing too well. Nice play right here. This is a good 1-game film, man. This guy's making a lot of plays here. You see why he's number 5 edge in the country, but he's visiting this weekend. Jason Taylor going to be working on that. You got to get on these guys early. They're all going to be battles. I've seen enough here. This guy's got some juice. Don't know how big he is, right? 6'4", 240 is what he's listed as, number 5 edge. Hard to tell from this angle, but you can see he's got quickness and he's making a lot of plays, run and pass. Yeah,
looks good. Again, I can. It's very hard for me to see this. It's very tiny. I can't. I mean, I see him.
He's only about 5'2", 120 pounds based on my visual analysis.
Yeah. Looks good though.
Yeah, looks good. All right, another edge up we got to get to here. Chaz Gray, that same size. Same listed size, 6'4", 240 pounds, but now in the northern part of the country in New Jersey. Watch some sophomore highlights here. See what we got here in New Jersey. Good size. A lot of New Jersey ties on our staff. There we go. He looks hard to tell. Again, I'm trying to just kind of measure the size. He's only a sophomore in these clips, but highly rated player with Chaz Gray. He is a 4-star, as are all these guys out of New Jersey, an area Miami's had success trying to get Logan Nagel. We talked about this class from New Jersey. It's crazy seeing all these forests in these clips, man. So used to seeing like swamps and canals with peacock bass in the background, and you're seeing these beautiful forests here. But let's see here, bull rush. Hard to watch too much on sophomore with defensive linemen. Oftentimes guys make a big jump.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, D. Milan says it here. None of these guys have really popped out to me. I can't sugarcoat it. Based on this tape, at least.
Yeah, but no, listen. I hear you. These are sophomore tapes. But these are not guys I'm trying to hype.
No,
you
I
guys.
get it. I know these are real targets.
But not just the real targets. These are the blue chip guys, right? All these guys are ranked as 4-star players. So fiscal files say rankings no matter on senior film before I'm high on a guy. We talked about it. Senior film has been very, very important to the staff. You've seen guys go up and down when it comes to our own board. Blake Stewart, DeAnthony Lafayette, Logan Nagel. Those are all guys with the arrow pointing up. Last edge, we're going to talk about another New Jersey guy, Jackson Vaughn, who's ranked as the number 5 edge in America. So last guy, but another highly rated guy. Let's see if this one pops for you, Pete. These are
I've heard of this one. I heard there's a big time interest from his end. So
all right, well, let's hope he's good here.
I'm hearing that he's going to reclass to 27.
To 26, like this year?
No, 20. Well, he's a 28 kid.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I'm hearing.
So this is his freshman. This is his freshman video, actually. Nice bend, nice finish. Yeah, this is a freshman. That's pretty good. Number 5 edge, I guess, in that 28 class.
Yeah, there's some other schools in the mix. Is it A&M? That's also in the mix that I've heard is a big time contender for him as well. I don't know if it's A&M, but there's another school that's definitely very high on his list. But this would be, as a guy who's going to reclass, would be a nice to make an impression on him.
So there you have it, man. You got 3 blue chip defensive ends, 3 blue chip running backs, and we're closing on a lot of top 26 targets. Keep an eye on Blake Stewart and DeAnthony Lafayette. I think there's some momentum there. But as always, it's Friday, Pete. So you know what that means. Miami Hurricane Team Store. You want to congratulate this man for his outstanding performance yesterday, or his team's outstanding performance yesterday. You can do it in person. Obviously, hope a lot more to come, and not just Bethune, but Jay Lucas, coach of the Miami Hurricanes, meet and greet at the Miami Hurricane Team Store. That's today, Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., right there next to the Thesis Hotel across the street from the University of Miami on South Dixie Highway. Use promo code INSIGHT20, get 20% off your first item. 5 to 6 today at the Miami Hurricane Team Store.
We got the home game this weekend. I know a lot of you guys will be at the game. If you're going to be tailgating, of course, Lomello's Meat Market. Check out lomellos.com. Fresh Wagyu beef delivered to your door. Promo code CIS10 for 10% off your order. If you're local, of course, 9810 South Dixie Highway. But you see all the beautiful options of meat they've got at Lomello's Meat Market.
Let's go Canes, baby. Shout out Lomello's. Go Canes.
Go Canes.